Hi, I'd like to talk about the SD and the project system process today. It covers down payment request and in a service provider model and project valuated stock. Before we start, I think I should show you some background information. Since we're gonna start from contract entry, but there got to be a entry in project system side, and there's a transaction called CM08. Yes, this is the material master we're gonna use today. This doesn't have accounting view, and this has standard network and standard WBS, and this setting has to be in place. First thing first, this material master as you can see, it doesn't have accounting view because cost will be created in the WBS. I used the material type bean, and item category group was actually originally rice, but now I follow the best practice that creates this item category group, and thing special. Strategy group. This one, in following best practice, I created the Y7. Nothing special. Let's just show you a bit of Y7 setting. Y7 and the requirement class, and it is pulling auto type PS04. That is PS04 is a network with sales order. Why? It could be PS04 or PS05. And let's see the requirement class. The system is slow lately. Right, so it should be already there. No, it's not there. Okay. So this best practice is suggesting to create this one. In fact, it's not using special stock queue in sales order. This doesn't work. It doesn't have to be this, but number 2 and PS04 is the important part. Number 2 network and PS04 as an auto type. And in fact, there's some other setting like a 202 or 212 have the similar setting. Similar setting, and it uses special stock, and this actually is not important in this case. 12, because the special stock will be triggered in project profile. Sales order doesn't need this special stock indicator. This can be also used actually, and this is actually assigned to a 83 or 85. These are the similar setting. I changed the auto type from PS05 to PS04, but I'm not using it this time. Following the best practice, I created this one. Right, this is the requirement class, and we were in middle of CN08. These two, requirement class and this setting, is the most important part. Standard WBS. Standard WBS is actually in a template, and template WBS and network. We create this in here. Just making it simple this time. And the billing element, because the result analysis is only done on billing element, so it should be ticked on the top level, and because best practice is suggesting this here, and there's some malfunction about it, but I'm just following the best practice. And the account assignment element, of course we have to collect the costs, so this has to be ticked. This is planning entry, and I put the company code here because we have to create the standard WBS for every company code. So it will be good if we create this project definition and standard template or profile for each company code or plant. And control result, and I'm just trying to be simple, so that you can replicate in your system. You see the company code and the plant, you should put it in here. So this is the WBS, and the network. Let's see the header data first, and standard WBS. It's assigned to standard WBS. Predefined plant and activities, and it should be. It has a work center and work involved by hour, activity type, and it is assigned to a standard WBS element here. The work center and activity, there's nothing special about it. So CN08 is the important part, and we have a work center around here. The specific transaction code, and work center category has to be 0006. Capacities I'm not showing this time. There's a formula here. Scheduling I'm not good at it. And costing is the important part. And activity type is assigned here. Of course, the activity price for this activity type is also in place. Right, these are the project system basic setting, and a little bit of item category information. Right, I created the sales document type. This one in following best practice. They really like to create Y or Z entries. I am not a big lover. Right, this has to be a G, and because we are going to create the contract instead of order. This same function actually works also for order. It's just I think these days it's SAP is suggesting to use a contract for service provider. Condition type VK01, although this is also assigned to pricing procedure. And the billing, because this will be again decorated YF2 Y entry. We don't know if we need to create a new one. I'm sorry, I haven't validated it. I don't have time, so I have to finish this recording this time because the system will expire this month end, and this will be my final chance to take this record. And item categories, and they created I created it in following best practice. Right, this is a billing relevance, billing order relevant billing plan. Yes, billing plan there. Billing plan type again they created Y2. And since we created these, we have to do a lot of copy control, but well, let's just leave it to the SD people. Just want to cover a little about assignment, assign item categories. So this item category group, this one is triggering YSC7, and one more thing, schedule lines, define line, is we have to assign C is for order, so we're creating contract, and B is for probably something else, but it's good. We don't have to, we're not going to issue goods, deliver goods. BP is for MOB. And BP, what is this BP? You see, all these are empty. This is the basic settings. And the billing plan, I think I should cover this up front. And billing plan types, we're gonna use a milestone billing, and they suggested to create Y2. The setting is the same as the default 01. Y2 and date descriptions. You see all these entry, no, we are using the default one, and the third one is important actually, and since we are using Y2, these 3 lines, 1, 3, 4, date category, and each line has a billing block and a billing groove. Milestone billing on a percentage basis. In fact, down payment is 4 or 5, and this is the important part. You see, closing is the final one, and this one down payment. Billing type YFATs, and this we have to do that to assign this here, right? And this billing plan is this one. I don't know what is functioning. We're not using this one default, the same as the one. We're not using this one, but we're not assigning billing plan to a document type. We are assigning billing plan to item categories. Well, let's just quickly look at this. It says document type. You see, there are some document types existing, and we're not using this here. And see, the billing plan type Y2 is assigned here, and this is assigned to a milestone, Y01 has a billing plan type Y2 010304, and the starting date or finishing date. This kind of setting. Let me check another thing. There was a billing plan. No, it's not. Okay. And of course, this profiles. There's a lot of profiles. 4 profiles. Maybe I should cover this some other time. And this one, I just took a copy from standard 10001 and assigned the project type, and the valuated stock, project valuated stock is only activated here, and there's not much. Sales organization, distribution channel, organization. So these are also, yes, something we've seen a couple of minutes ago. And settlement rules status strategy. This will come to that down the road. Okay, and this is the project profile for a standard one. And network, who's this one now? Settings for networks. This one, network types. I'm just using the standard one. For this IDES installation, I had to take a copy, a transport from client 000. So if you are dealing with the IDES, I think you have to have the access in client 000 too. Settlement profile for 60, network. Nothing special, but the next one is special. We have to take a copy, for our plant. This kind of plant dependent setting, there's 2-3 more similar to PP module. And activity account assignment, without this the activity price calculation is not possible. Strategy and default rule, this is as regards to settlement. And PS1 is settling network. It should be settling to sales order or WBS. And strategy also have the similar setting, but we are not using it because the 01 has a wrong setting. It should settle to WBS. Yes, and so these are the templates in the network profiles. I remember this. Oh, so network profiles. Again, the plant and the network type, and this 130. I need to show this 130. Also, this scheduling purchase requisition. This says the purchase requisition should be created only after release of the project, as it claims. This is important. I don't know what this is all about. And PS01, PS03, PS04, PS02, and the cost element should be assigned here. You see this account, we're gonna use this internal process, right? And as I was talking about 130, it's about purchasing of a material, procurement. The first one, because this doesn't standard delivery doesn't have this setting. This first tick has to be selected. This means project stock is the first priority and plant stock is the second priority. Item category. We're not using 131. This is just for information. Document type for purchase requisition. The account assignment category. General should be usually internal order. Q is for project stock. Okay, and So let's see how it works. And contract. In fact, order and contract, it's very similar. Only restriction on the document type. And as we are talking document type, I created a YSC7. Okay, enter. You have to fill in the customer and customer reference. Try to use a different distribution channel, and okay, we select the service material. It's asking the order quantity. Partial delivery, we're not delivering anything. So this is it. Billing plan. So there's a block for everything, and what is this billing rule? 4 is for down payment, 3 is final closing, and percentage base, 4 down payment, 3 closing, billing rule, and billing type. Right, this is the billing plan, but the most important is okay, I will come to first thing first. Sales A and sales B. Contract data are not important. Shipping, and this one I don't know why this is the mandatory entry. You have to fill in here. This the material DIN doesn't have this field. You have to change the material type, field status. Billing document, nothing special. Billing plan we just covered. Conditions, you see the cost EK01 actual cost. This has to be assigned in the pricing procedure. The sales price, they tried to use this different one. It's like a PR00. I have maintained the condition record, I mean sales price, and AZWR. I tried to use a standard condition type. No need to create a YZWR as best practice suggested. It is working, and this has to be also in pricing procedure. So the sales price and the cost comes to first, upside down. Account assignment, we don't see the WBS element yet. We'll see it later. And this is the most important part. Schedule lines, you see the network button. This is connected to network. Well, anyways, this green button, you recognize what this is. We have maintained this in standard network. This is pulled here, the header data. So what we do is just let's check the incompletion log and see. Okay, now the contract is created. Yes. Now Account assignment has the project code, the same as the sales document number with the leading 00. And when we see this, so this creates this WBS. You recognize this. This is how SDPS integration works. Okay, now the link element, these are copied from the template and we need to release it. Yes, but release it since this is not about the service provider. I'd like to show the project valuated stock. So let's assign some material here. To assign material code, we have to choose the item category L, the same as the BOM stock item. Two types. The first one has a BOM structure. The second one is the trading goods. Requirement. If I hit the enter, we will have a pop-up. No, we didn't. No, this purchase requisition has automatically selected. We used to have a pop-up. Let's see, since it's not released yet. The 130 we mentioned is selected, and as you can see, account assignment category Q, special stock Q, valuation. This means project valuated stock. Account assignment category. Movement type came from somewhere. Right. So it's the status recreated. If it is released, we have a pop-up to select this type. Shame. Maybe we try later. Now reservation is assigned here. Okay, one more thing. This is a trading goods. So, okay, maybe let's save it here and then release. And being changed. I want to see if the requirement or purchase requisition is pulled. Our purchase requisition is already created. Okay. And let's release the project. The status has been released. Okay, before saving, let's just go through this account element control once again. The billing element, we see this tick here. Billing element is the connection to SD. The account assignment element is where you collect the cost. Planning element, if we don't tick this, we cannot enter the plan. So the second level, we have account assignment element and the planning element. Right, also this is a network. I have nothing to explain about it. Well, anyways, if we want to see the view, hit the green button and we see this planning. Right, let's save it first. Change. Okay, of course you don't need to click one by one. There's a button to open everything. Right, and one more thing, since this is released now, I will abort it later. If we assign another material that is externally procurement item and input the quantity, we usually have shame, we don't have the pop-up. Okay, and I don't need to twice. Let's abort it. I want to show one more thing, and that is with bomb structure. This one. This has 3 layer, finished goods and semi-finished goods in the raw material, and requirement, reservation for WBS element. Again, and count assignment category Q and special stock Q. P is pulled automatically. So I want to check if the requirement is triggered. This was the external procurement. This is the garbage data. This is the one which was created this time. So initially the project was not released, so purchase requisition was not created, and now it's released. It seems the purchase requisition is created here. Sorry, this was the garbage data. Okay, the next thing is this one. So the 4007 has an order reservation. This one is created, -10 required. The bombs, items beneath components, order reservation is there. Sorry, this is garbage data for the previous entry. 4007 doesn't have a requirement or order reservation yet. The third level, the raw material, didn't have a requirement. We're going to run an MLP to create the requirement here. There's one more raw material, the same way. only the top level has the entry or the reservation under this 40007. Okay, so the project is created, and we have to first ask a down payment from a customer. And there's one more thing important I have to explain. Right. So the project is open. Sales document cannot be changed. It's protected because it's all connected. And item category YSC7 is pulling YS7 requirement type, and it's a bit of an overkill as I see it. This OVZI has the requirement type here too. This is actually overkill. We don't have to do this both side. Item category or the strategy, since we have strategy in the material master. This thing has the strategy. Y7 also is triggering requirement Y7. It's a bit of an overkill, really. The best practice is doing this way. Right. So we want to send the down payment request to customer. And if we look at the billing plan, the first line is blocked yet. This is for down payment. And if we put the actual data here, you see this is connected to sales ST module. The sales document date has to be ticked. And if we fill in the date here, the block will be released, and save it. The block is released, blanked. Now we can send the down payment request. For this, we have to enter as change mode. Since we are not delivering goods, and we have to create the billing using this one, so it's a sales order to billing process, not the billing from delivery. Billing from order. The copy root control should also have this sales order from order to billing. Since the document type is assigned there, we don't need to do anything actually, we just save it. It's been saved. Let's see the document. So the special indicator F is created. It's noted items. Let's display all items. Sorry, I did a little study. And here we have F This AA is garbage data. F is actually not an accounting entry, it's one side entry, so it's called noted items. And in accounting we have to replace this with a special indicator A. In the account receivable we have these selections. The first request is already created by SD module. So what we do is down payment. The second one, we receive cash. Yeah, we have to fill in the customer. Special indicator. Okay, system is not coming back. Let's kill the process and come back once again. Once again. So it's only this server, it won't happen to your server. And the cash received would be 10%. And here we have to select the request. Click it and create download down payment. So A will be created. Post document is this one. Let's see how it looks. F will move over here. Right. $9442. Okay. And I have created some there was some project system standard reports. It's just it's all based on controlling area currency, and I need to amend a little. Using a standard report, just change the currency. It was this one, but I did a bit of currency amendment. Object currency. Now external procurement item, we have a purchase requisition, so we see it here. The down payment receipt here 419. I don't know where it is coming from. I just created this account based on error message. I don't know how to create it in as a balance sheet cost element. So it's blank. The description is blank. Purchase requisition. and if it is moved to purchase order, it will come over here, and if it's received, come to stock, and move to something is come to cost. Now the external procurement stock appears, purchase requisition appears here, but the multiple layer BOMs, the lower level components, we don't see a purchase requisition. This is a constraint. Okay, well, now we move on to manufacturing side. Nothing special. It's just we see a document flow. And this has not changed anything yet. Two items, two materials, and external procurement item, trading goods. We have a purchase requisition already. I just want to check the status. I have some issue on this server. Status, okay. Account assignment has account assignment category Q, and this is a stock account and assigned to WBS. And source of supply, I don't know why this source of supply is not defined. Status is active. Usually it has to be assigned using ME56, but in that case I have an issue, and I found a way to avoid this issue. If I select this here, I can continue the process for this demo. Okay, since we have a purchase requisition, we want to create the purchase order. We know the WBS element, it's 7. This one. As always, I want to change the, I'm changing this to a purchase order. I want to change the purchase price a little. Adopt. Account assignment Q, and the price is, I'm changing it here. Check and save. This is the purchase order. So let's see how it looks in this report. So the purchase requisition to purchase order, and the price is the actual one. So it moved from purchase requisition to purchase order. The value type is 21 and 22, I think. So we won't need this report. Let's close it. Okay, and let me check if the record is running. And one more screen. refresh. This will change the purchase order. This is the purchase order. Let's receive it. Goods receipt from purchase order, and tick OK. Check. Post. Posted. And inventory goods and GRIR and purchase price variance. And this inventory and purchase price variance both goes to this WBS. So eventually we see it in this report. So the purchase order amount disappeared, and the actual, the purchase price variance comes here. This is the standard price. Why do we have this amount twice? We have to move the stock to somewhere, I mean between WBS to network later on. And it's a good receipt. Let's finish the supplier invoice too. Take the amount from here and post. So supplier line item, account payable, and GRIR. It won't affect to a WBS. And okay, purchase order disappeared, and we have the project stock here. You see there's still order reservation here remained, and it's not still finished. So if we do this order reservation, this will disappear. To do this, there's a reservation number, and goods receipt has this option from a reservation, and this one we're not still receiving it, so tick out. And the first one, check, post. Let's see what was the entry. Accounting document, inventory to consumption trading goods. So this one is good. This is explaining WBS to network. You see, WBS to network. The network is consuming these trading goods. And reservation will disappear. So for this one, it's finished. Let's see this report once again, how it looks. So this one disappeared and moved to consumption. I failed to show you one report. The MBBS. Okay, it's consumed. There was a total stock amount here. It is capturing a standard price and the moving price, the actual price here. This is project stock, and this is coming from table QBEW, QBEW, and the material. WS. This one. You won't have this in MBEW. It is in project valuated stock table QBEW. Okay, this is the one item. We have another item. Oh, it hasn't changed anything. And this one. So 7 and all the reservation. We don't need this. Material. There's comedy 51 here. Project definition. We run it for project definition, and the option MD02, it is 1313, but here it is 13. The order is different. 1313 is the strongest. The one is creating purchase requisition for the external procurement item, and second one, it deletes the existing planning MLP information. But before that, I think I should show you the BOM structure. As always, A, B, and D, double D. and A has this order reservation, and next level the second level is a requirement from the upper level but doesn't have a planned order or a production order yet. The next level so the lower level, the raw material don't have a requirement yet. The other item too doesn't have a requirement, and this will change after this. Enter once again. So it created the planned orders, two planned orders, purchase requisition and dependent requirement created. These items are created. So see the requirement from the upper level coming through. Created purchase requisition. The same way. The upper level has the planned order for this under this WBS and dependent requirement from the upper level. Also the upper level. The upper level also have the planned order created. Okay, I want to check the purchase requisition, and the supplier is determined, and the count assignment has again the queue, and status is active, so it should be ready for purchase order. We don't need this. Okay, let's see the report. As you can see, we don't see the purchase requisition amount here. This layer is too complicated. It seems the purchase requisition commitment is only working for a simple level, like 1 level, 2 level, not the 3 or 4 level. Okay, we're gonna create the purchase order. We know what's the WBS element. This is converting a purchase requisition to purchase order. And right. Is this the one? adopt, and once again adopt. You see the account assignment category Q again, same as the purchase requisition. I want to change some amount to create the purchase price variance. Daily price is $7.5. Check. No messages. And post. 3568. Cost, this will change to a purchase order, and let's check the report. Why? So is this the amount? Also, we didn't see purchase requisition, but we see purchase order amount. Purchase order amount. And let's receive a goods. It's receipt from purchase order. Purchase order number. Right, this time. No, these are raw materials. Okay for both. Nothing much. We check and the document is okay. Post. Let's see the document. How do I see it? Display. And the counting entry. Inventory increase and GRIR and the purchase price variance. See your document, and purchase price variance is going to AWBS since we are using the project valuated stock, and inventory raw material is also posted to WBS. Let's check how it looks in this report. So the stock increase and the purchase price variance moved to here. Before it was 10. So 2 purchase price variance moved here. And this MLP view is, where is MLP view? So dependent requirement is still there, -10, but it has a project stock 10. The other one is the same. Okay, now, oh sorry, let's finish the invoice too. The vendor line item, the account payable, and GLIL here doesn't affect the WBS report. And the MLP report either. Okay, and now we're gonna build the semi-finished good. This one planned order, and we don't need this anymore. To create the product. In fact, we can do this in the network, but we are still following the material bomb. And order create. Let's assume we don't know the planned order number. We know project WBS as 7, and the order type is, we use the same one, and you see the order number there. Convert. This is the order number. Yeah. We don't need to save or anything, and just keep it. Yeah. We need to first release. To release. 005N. Sorry, this is the first way, so let's specify the order and execute. So executed, refresh, so it release now. Released. Okay, so we can build this one. So we released. Now we see Ali here. To build the shop floor, the goods. We use this confirmation. I only know this one, CO11N. Since the raw materials we procured, we see it in here. The first operation, we have to issue these two items. Operation 0010. Is remembering confirmation number is issued for each line, and if we press this actual data, we have this data calculated for this 10 item, and we'll do the final confirmation. Let's check the goods movement. save. Goods movement to successful. How do we check it? Okay, we can only see it in this report, KLB1 F8. So these two materials and machine hours and this operation. Okay, let's continue. The rest we don't need to issue our goods, so let's just do it quick. Saved. All confirmed. And the cost will look like this way. Strangely, the cost is different from a cost estimate, and this is a known issue for project valuated stock. Okay, we have to finish the order. And we move the goods to the warehouse. We receive it from order. The order is tick OK, and this one again Q, post, check and post, check and post. Material document posted. Let's display the accounting entry 318. All go to production order to WBS. Yes, now we don't need this, and this report will be, sorry, this one. Planned order is now okay. Planned order was order, production order, and now is stock. And let's display the report again. So I have some tax issue for this American company, so I don't want to create a variance here. So for this one was created at the final goods receipt, and this is different from the standard cost, and this is the known issue for project valuated stock. This is controlled by valuation variant at the goods receipt and shop floor integration. Define valuation of goods received, and I put 006. Well, it can be 01, 0y1 or 006, doesn't make any difference. 6 is this one, standard price moving average. 0y1 from this IDES, about 7 valuation price, and this is happening to both. It's ideal if this cost is calculated at the actual cost, and this has to be realized using user exit. And it seems it allows a user exit. So the possibility is we create not this one. We create the user exit variation variant. Like using this user exit, and that will be the user exit names are like this one, 2 or 5. Strategy U or sales order valuated stock. Then this will be resolved. And here I just follow this workaround using price change, and I overwrite the price. Okay, before the project valuated stock is this 318, so it is in QBEW, so it allows the individual price change here. This one, the project stock. This is a workaround. And material and WBS. This can be done only after goods receipt. We cannot do this before goods receipt. Enter. We can overwrite this one. Don't remember the goods. This amount, this price, and euro is this one. This is an inventory revaluation. So the account key is no automatic translation into foreign currency occurs. So I overwritten manually. Enter. posted. Accounting entry, accounting document. So inventory, this is the account. The inventory revaluation. Both goes to WBS, and the account setting is UMB. Inventory valuation. This one. $790Q. I think this is the one of these. Now this report, this will disappear. It's in the stock. And how does it look in this report? Right, I have overwritten the stock price, and there's a inventory valuation cost here. Okay, let's continue the production. So this project stock is here, and final product still has a planned order. CO41 WPS, and order type convert to order. So this is converted to order. And release. Executed. Okay, it's released. And right, we see this RE here. Time ticket confirmation. Again, this has the first line has the component here, the semi-finished goods, we need to issue this at the first line, first operation. And the goods issue, since the reservation is created automatically for my routing, save. Okay, once again the report is yeah. Save. Order finished. And refresh the report 4 times. The operation all confirmed. So we do the goods proceed to the order. Tick OK. The first line tick is here. And check and post. Counting entry is this order to good, and order to WBS. Let's check the order report. So this line is created at the final goods receipt. Final goods receipt to the warehouse. Sorry, hit the wrong transaction. It raised this DLB, delivered status, and you see it in delivery completed, and dates quantity has delivered quantity. Operation time. Where's the time? Is it on the operation? No. Dates, quantities. Okay. And this price again is different from standard price. and if we want to change it, we can do it in number 21. This is a workaround. It's best we do this user exit. Special stock. Okay, before we save, I want to show this report. So this will be overwritten. Save. No automatic translation for foreign currency. Enter. Price change overwritten. Posted accounting document. Inventory variation. And both are captured at the WBS. Let's display the same report. So this moving price disappeared. Okay, and MOP plant production order is finished at the delivery. So now we have a stock at the project, and we still have order reservation, so it's not still finished. We have to move the stock to somewhere. There is it. Let's display the same report. Right, so the stock value we have changed, overwritten. Right, this was the semi-finished goods, is now consumed, and final goods. Yeah. And the inventory valuation has increased, and this one, semi-finished goods consumption, I bet. This one, production order. Okay, so we finish one more goods receipt. Goods receipt from reservation. Reservation number is here. It's also in the WBS project. Enter. So check and post. Accounting entry. So consumption account. Inventory finished goods. controlling document is this is moving WBS to network. Now let's see how it looks. Order reservation disappeared. Project stock also consumed. So MLP part is finished. Let's see the report. F8. So the finished goods is consumed. This is before and current. In this report, we also see order here, the two production orders here, and the two components here. In fact, SAP told us the goods receipt will be by standard price, but it's not. Actually, they have some enhancement on their server in the training, and once we get back and we try it on our own system, we don't have it. That's SAP training. Okay, so this is the production part, and we haven't done anything on the project side yet. Yes, we have this much networks. We haven't changed anything. And this one, the networks, we have to do the confirmation. Confirmation is confirmation progress. We can use the CATS or CN25 or 27. It's cumbersome. We do specify one by one, and there's some secret transaction called CNS41. This one it allows some amount display, but it's all in controlling area currency. In this case, euro. So we cannot use this. And since this is all selected, and here we can do this collective confirmation. Of course, we have to do this one by one. I mean, not to the in one shot. But this is for demo, since we are already running 2 hours. The best is we look at this project and press this green button. We see this planned work hour here, and activity type here. So we just take a copy from here. center and plant and activity type. Five and this is 102. Hit the enter. Yes, it's blocked over here. Okay, once again hit enter. Now it copies the work over here, actual work. And the remained work here. We just I just tried to show the simplest case, so I just press save. Confirm saved 10. Yes. So is this finished? Somehow. Okay, so the confirmation is all finished, and let's see the report. The personal hours are all coming to one line. I think it's spread around this network. Okay. So let's assume every work is finished. Let's see the contract status. The block is released now, so we can do the final billing here. Again, this is for sales order, contract to billing without the delivery, so we just select billing. We need to tick line and billing. The document type is actually YF2. I bet it's derived automatically. Has been saved. The accounting entry. Oh, okay. YF2. YF2 is here. Accounting entry. This is the down payment offset and the sales. Just document flow, down payment and the final billing. Okay, let's compare the report. Now the down payment disappeared. Only the revenue. Okay. So the process finished. What we do next is the month end. We have to do the settlement. Single function. Yes, we result analysis and the settlement, but before that we have to first run settlement rule. Project and WBS element. And the period is May. Testing run. And unfortunately this doesn't work for everything. It didn't have error at the training, and what it says is transfer structure to the top level. So the settlement rule was not automatically generated for the top level. The second level it's created. The billing element, the settlement and the result analysis should be done on the billing element level. You see the strategy here. Okay, let's finish this update run. And this S2, I'm gonna show some setting side. This result analysis is in revenue, but the settlement on cost side. And there's the automatic and the periodic allocations. Settlement here. And the settlement profile, well, this is not important here. It's under, WBS and network is here. Right now we are looking at the WBS, and strategy to project profile. Project profile has S2. What is this S2? This looks like this. Organization change, and this one is pointing at the profitability segment, and the result analysis key here. STPS number 1. So the billing element should be settled to COPA with or without organization change. The I think the SAP training they did some enhancement using this one. Then it should work. Okay, that was WBS side. And network. And this is something I mentioned quickly. There's a miss setting, and we're not using this one, strategy. This is assigned in the network profile, and it should be, network should be settled to WBS element, not follow number 3. It should be 2. So that's the reason we're not using this one. This should be 2. In the training that was using this 2. This is wrong. Well, anyways, we are not using this time, and what we are using is assign strategies and default boost network types. This PS1, PS04 is using PS1. PS1 we cannot change. It's standard delivery. Networks to sales order WBS element. So profiles for this we are using 60. Settlement profile 60, and nothing much about it. It's just settlement profile allowing where to settle to, mostly to WBS element or profitability segment, and it is putting the allocation structure or PA transfer structure. Also this going back to S2 is also referring to because these do not need the settlement. 90 has not for settlement, but this entry is required. A1, E1, PA transfer structure is the same one we are using. E1, the same one. I haven't changed a bit. And allocation structure, I added some setting to determine settlement cost. We didn't have this WBS line. I chose by cost element without creating a settlement cost element. We cannot create this cost element every time we have this one. Too many. The source side the same way, cost element group, using same way cost element group we are using for the transfer structure. We are on this server installation, I'm using the same cost element group. Sorry, this one is empty. So what I did is just added settlement cost element using original settlement cost element. And the network, this strategy, where it was, it's in structures template or operative. I think it's operative. And settings for networks, somewhere around here, not here. Oh, the reason we haven't have the setting and pop-up was this one. Sorry, settlement rule. Settlement strategy is strategy here. It's empty. We are not using it, but we are using PS1. Okay, so this is settlement, and after all, we have to maintain the settlement rule for the WBS here. I think if you look at this settlement, it's there, which is not on the top level. It's not there, so we need to create one. Manually, unfortunately. So we have this pop-up. It's this one, billing type, YF2, sales order 7, item order is network, sales organization and distribution division. So it's about it. The parameters here, AE and E1, and settlement profile 30 is pointing. So that's it. Also, maybe I should post one cost on some line. And we can post to WBS or network, either way. And I don't want to calculate the tax. On, of course, WBS. And check the report. So we see 60 here. Before we do month end, we need to close down, complete the project. And it's released. But anyways, let's change the status to technically complete. Deco. 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 Yes. Save. And to run result analysis, we still haven't done all the variance calculation and settlement. We should first do it. Product costing, order, and we don't remember the order number. Can I be helped? It's here. Test run. Update run. One more. And it's 52745. Test run and update run. We need to finish the settlement. Test run. No errors. I hope. If we have an error, we cannot complete this process. There's no accounting entry since there's no variance. No accounting entry. This has a bit of a problem on American BAT situation, and I'm avoiding it. So no error. Update run. Update run. No accounting entry. Okay. The production order we finished. So we do the project month end. First, the result analysis. I have only 0, and right, any line ID, yes, we have created a separate result analysis key. So is this 4 or 5? and that's other cost. We created 00001 for this project, so it's the account number. Oh, it's gone. It should go to OTH. We have a similar entry here. Okay, I have created another account, but I forgot to use the other account. Anyways, save. So this was OKG5. Need to cancel this and run it once again. Okay, so this is euro. And dollar. Periodic means for this month, May. This is accumulation. If it's not technically completed, I had some amounts in reserve somewhere, and weird amounts there. Reserves, it's 0, so it should be correct. Oops, forgot to save the result. Save. Data saved. Now it should be stored in a table USB, and actually we don't know the object number, so we have to find out. And it's not order, it's somewhere around here, probably this one, the newest one. So this is the result of result analysis, value type 32. Object currency, we don't have a transaction currency amount for result analysis. Looks like a familiar entry. This is actually inventory valuation amount. So if it's not technically complete, this comes as a reserve, and it's a bit weird amount. Okay, this USB. Now we can do the settlement. And let's run test run. No errors. And this goes to profitability segment. You see the revenue and the cost. You see the $60 which I entered at the FP60. This is purchase price variance. Okay, and these sender is, what is this? Sender is network to receiver WBS. So it is sending costs on network to WBS in the end. Okay, let's do the update run. Update run. And these accounting document used to be SEO internal transfer, so it's boring. Network to WBS, I think. The same entry here. The last one goes to profitability segment. Accounting document. Oh, it has accounting document. Something we've seen. Profitability segment, that's something we have maintained on our own. YF2, if you remember. The amount would be, this is euro amount, company code, something we've seen in the report. And the record type is C. And let's see it in PA report. And the last one, so I forgot to maintain this customer maybe. YS2 requirement type, consumption P. 60. This is the entry we did just now. Revenue and the cost. And the purchase price variance. Other cost I posted in FP60. So this covers the whole process. I want to one more thing, and I have changed one setting before I do this demo, because the network profile was wrong, and this didn't have a 130. Then I had some pop-up. It should be. When we assign a component, let's use some test entry. I'm not sure if we still have the same pop-up. For example, if we are to assign item here, yes, we have this pop-up. So the setting was not right, and the meaning of this is for this one is for external procurement material. So the last 3 lines we have here. If it is an in-house production material, you only have first 2 lines, and the third tick allows to create the purchase requisition. And if it is in-house, we have to have this WBS to use a project valuated stock. If we post it to network, this doesn't seem allow a project valuated stock. So this is the pop-up I expected, which I failed to show. Right. This was the reason we didn't have was okay. I want to reverse the setting now. With activity account assignment. Yes, the difference is if we have this 130 or not. If we have this, we don't have the pop-up. If this is the blank, we have the pop-up. Because I mistakenly used this one before, and I had the pop-up, and I corrected this setting. Now we didn't have this pop-up. Okay, that's the first point. And yes, no, there are 2 other points. When you create this setting, there are a couple of things we have to take a copy from standard 0001 plant, like this one. network type, and yes, network type and network profiles. And in fact, these things for network, I think this template also have a similar issue. Maintain standard network profiles. Yeah, standard also has a profile. You need to create this. And the two other things is scheduling and this setting, scheduling and the confirmation. Where is scheduling? Resource. Wrong date. Scheduling. Yes. Scheduling. I have created parameters for it. Scheduling. Yes, this entry is also necessary for each plant. I just took a copy from 0001. One more thing is confirmation. It's similar to PP. Confirmation parameters. I don't know which one. Yes, this is plant dependent. This too. We just, what we do is just we take a copy. Nothing special. This is one note, and one more thing is BOM transfer, bill of material transfer, and the actual engineer to order scenario. This is used very often, but this setting, it doesn't come with a standard delivery, standard SAP, and this reference point, I have created this entry. It's just an entry, and this has to be assigned to a network and BOM. And the next one, this is important, reference point, because there's no documentation about it. Save the field names. Yeah, RFPLT. This is actually field in BOM and the network. Prototyping. Maybe the wrong one. Was testing with this one. This network and assignment reference point. And we need to assign the same thing to the BOM. Now the problem is this reference point is only at here, reference point at the item level. This is the RFPNT. Okay, so these things assigned, and do the material bomb transfer CM33, and since the 7 is closed now, the same one. Let's see how it goes. Got it from the 1st of May, and the parameters here, and it's good we select the multi-level, since the BOM is usually multi-level, and not sure if it is required. All items seems pick up disregarding the, irrespective of this referencing point. We don't need it actually. And the quantity, yes. Sorry, forgot the quantity. We should have maintained the quantity here. Okay, unfortunately this doesn't work. Maybe to the other project, which is not closed. And the assignment, the same one. Let's try 4. And the parameters, okay, so it the first level is not picking up because the reference point is only inputable to the item level. Save. Now we have the same pop-up, so we have to choose WBS or network. Was changed. Let's see how it goes, how it looks. The SFG one is the one we just assigned. Now this is the result. So this is the bomb transfer. Yeah, we forgot to display the report. After the settlement. After the settlement, it should be 0. You see these, all these amounts should be 0. So I think we covered everything that I can show as of now. I hope everybody can follow what I am doing here now, replicate in your system and do some study. Thanks for watching.